Welcome to Keepin' It Real, your go-to radio show for fresh insights and vibrant introductions. Get ready to dive into a world where we offer you the latest in real estate wisdom and the juiciest community tidbits. From expert advice courtesy of top realtors to opportunities to give back through local charities, we've got you covered. Plus, we'll shine a spotlight on the young athletes driving our local sports scene and uncover the buzzworthy happenings both in town and beyond. Stay tuned for a jam-packed hour of enlightenment and entertainment right here on Keepin' It Real.
What's in a name? Everything. Long Realty has been a cornerstone of Southern Arizona's real estate market for nearly 100 years. Our name is our bond, and our agents are our strength. Trust in the name that stands for experience and expertise. Visit longrealty.com or call 520-459-4993 to connect with an agent today. Long Realty. Smart move.
In a town with heart and history, the Sherry Ethell Team is the key. Serving Sierra Vista, we agree. For military law and retirees, stress-free process you will see. Personal care is our guarantee. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell Team, we never halt. Real experts here to guide your way, making dreams come true every single day. Trusted team that knows just what to do. The Sherry Ethell Team, working for you. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell Team is your one and only call.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm your host, Dion Ethell, and welcome to another edition of Keepin' It Real. Today, I've got Sherry Ethell, Team CEO of the Sherry Ethell Team right here at Long Realty in person and in the studio. Welcome, Sherry.
Thank you, Dion. It's always fun to join you, especially on a special show like today. Happy 4th of July weekend, everyone.
So, Sherry, we have a few minutes before our guest shows up in the studio. Just a little hint, they have something to do with big fireworks tonight. I thought it might be maybe a perfect time for us to just kind of talk a little bit about the 4th of July, kind of what it all means.
Yeah, especially what it means to us. So this is our semi-quincentennial. Whew, I know it's a mouthful. So what it means is we're celebrating America's 250th birthday, and that alone says quite a bit already.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, 250 years. Think about that for just a moment. 250 years. What does that all mean to you personally, Sherry?
Yeah, that's a long time. I remember when I was little, I remember the 200th celebration, right?
Yeah, 1976.
Yeah.
I was in Scoutcapades. Go figure, huh?
That's
cool.
So to me, it's gratitude, right? We have inherited so much from the generations before us. So sometimes we focus too much on today's challenges, but 250 years, that reminds me America has been through incredible storms, but we continue to move forward.
Yeah, you know, that's an incredible milestone. And for me, although I think most people feel a little more patriotic on the 4th of July, right?
It's the holiday.
Yeah, it's the holiday. The fact that we're celebrating 250 years, that really kind of brings out that patriotic spirit. Mm-hmm. You know, very few nations have maintained the same constitutional systems for that long. Governments, they rise and fall. Empires, they come and go. Borders even change, even our own, right? Since the signing of the Declaration, it's changed quite a bit.
Sure.
But yet, here we are. Isn't that kind of amazing when you think about it?
Yeah,
250
really
years.
But that's one of the reasons I think that our country, it's always been willing to learn. We adapt. We strive to become better while we hold on to all the principles that brought us here in the first place.
Great point, Sherry. I mean, America, as much as we'd like to be, it isn't perfect, right? We certainly have challenges, like you said, and divisions, but those aren't new either. So here's a philosophical question for you. Why does, I know, right? Why does America matter to you? I'm kind of surprising her here.
Put me on the spot. So I think America, it's a place where ordinary people, you dream, you work hard, build a family, serve your community. You have the freedom to shape the future. That's something we should never take that for granted. We live in the best country in the world.
You know, I doubt you're alone in that thought. I think America matters to everyone, probably in different ways.
Right.
For many, you know, it's freedom and opportunity like you're talking about. For me, America, it kind of represents an idea as much as it does a place. ordinary people like you were talking about possess that inherent God-given right and to dignity and equality, I guess, under the law. It's kind of something special that government exists to serve the people, not the other way around. I know that maybe you don't hear that in today's speeches that often, but that's really true. That's the way it's designed. Government exists to serve the people, not the other way around.
I would agree. But also with that freedom comes responsibility.
True.
Right? So we all have a role to play in strengthening our communities, respecting one another, and serving where we can.
I agree. I know in a few minutes we're going to have a guest in here and we're going to be talking about fireworks as one of the many things that we will talk about. Coincidentally, I heard on the news the other day that as early as 1777, Americans were already celebrating Independence Day with fireworks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I hadn't heard that.
Can you believe that?
No.
I didn't know that until I had heard that. I thought that was kind of a later tradition.
Such a good idea.
But John Adams, he actually predicted independence would be celebrated with, pomp and parade, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires. But he also mentioned illuminations. It's funny because I read some stuff on this and they lit up their windows too. They would put lights in their,
candles?
Candles in their windows to celebrate. So illuminations meant maybe different things over the years, but part of it was fireworks, and they actually did have fireworks in 1777. Now, I don't know what kinds of fireworks. I'm sure not like what we see today.
Right.
Well, and technology is really going to bring about some new types of fireworks. A little while back when we had Stand Up for Freedom, we talked with Aaron Hennequin from Doc's Watering Hole, and we talked about the possibility in the future of drone fireworks, which would be kind of cool. They're a lot of fun, and they're great to watch and everything. And our traditional kind of fireworks, the loud booms and everything, they're awesome. But to many people, especially children, dogs, other pets, and whatnot, they can be pretty traumatizing. Think of some of our folks who have served in the military, first responders, things like that. It can be a little traumatizing. So some people don't even go to the fireworks just because of that reason. It would be a little different.
They already do those displays, right?
Yeah.
With the drones.
Anyway, I think John Adams, he kind of nailed it. 250 years later, he described it kind of perfectly. We're still doing exactly that. We're still celebrating a lot of the same ways. Maybe a few differences.
Right. And people often talk about freedom, but we don't always talk about responsibility.
Freedom isn't simply the ability to do whatever we want. It's also accepting responsibility for our communities, our neighborhoods, and really our country, right?
Right. And being that good citizen starts close to home.
That's true. I think so. One lesson from, 20 years in the Border Patrol is that compassion and the rule of law, they're not always opposites. I met people with heartbreaking stories. You can't hear those stories without feeling some compassion. And I would say 99% of those I work with returned that compassion. They gave hope, they gave water, they gave up their lunch, many times.
And much more.
I think that's what makes America special. You can't help but feel for people. But at the same time, a nation has that responsibility to enforce the laws. It kind of brings a thought to my head, and that is that equality that I was talking about, that this respect and dignity that we give each other. It's a unique thing. You can travel all over the world. You will not see that in a lot of different countries and cultures. You see it here. Right. And I think that's what draws people here, right?
The American dream.
It's the American dream, right? Everybody talks about it. It's not just a thing, though. The whole world knows about it. And that's why they come here. And it's not just, one country or another. It's all countries, a lot of them. I think I've seen most countries throughout the entire world, and it's very true. And they're all looking for that same thing, the pursuit of happiness, the pursuit of the American dream.
And the freedom.
And the freedom that we have to be able to be looked at like an equal, that you don't have somebody ruling over you in the way that they do in their country. So that's kind of cool. And I think that's why it's so important to remember, what's at the core of our way of life in America. Now, you might think freedom, which would be kind of true, but I think it comes from service to me. Most people think of a uniform when it comes to service, member of our military, first responders. But service is bigger than that to me. And I think that's important to remember because I think we all play a role.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are so grateful for all of the military and first responders and everyone that does give back on a daily basis.
100%.
But you can also give service when you volunteer, like a mentor, a coach. You could donate blood, help a veteran, foster a pet, right? There's so many ways that you can give back. You can support your church, serve on a nonprofit board, all these service above self.
Yeah, I guess those are service above self in every way. They absolutely are. And you're talking about part of the American spirit, right? There's great examples all over this community. We see them every day.
Absolutely.
You run into them all the time. There are so many great charities who've come through our door, wonderful people with these great events. Like we're going to talk to somebody today about a great event that's going on today to celebrate our 250th anniversary. But there's stuff going on every week, it seems, and there's so much good work being done. I mean, you don't have to go very far, whether it's at the dog shelter, whether it's at the homeless shelters, whether it's,
helping the veterans.
Yeah, it could be out on the fort, could be something that's for the soldiers here in town. It could be a number of things, but there's just so many great things where people are helping people. People are serving others above self.
Absolutely.
I think that's cool.
Oh, speaking of community, our guest has just arrived, and he's here to tell us about the all-day and into the evening 4th of July 250 celebration happening right here in our community.
Yeah, let's bring him in. Let's hear all about it. Stay with us, folks, as we learn of what's planned for one of Southern Arizona's biggest Independence Day events happening right here in Sierra Vista. It's awesome. Don't go away. Sherry and I will be right back after these messages. We'll get them settled and get on with our show. We'll be right back, folks, after these brief messages.
Discover excellence in real estate with the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, your premier choice in Cochise County. Sherry's amazing team brings honesty, expertise, and a deep understanding of the local market. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned homeowner, they're committed to your peace of mind and handle every detail for you. Their approach? Personalized service, above and beyond transactional real estate, building lifelong relationships, nationwide connections, local expertise. There's a reason this team is amongst the top realtors in Arizona and across the nation. You owe it to yourself to call or visit the Sherry Ethell Team, the top team at Long Realty, behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista. Call or text 717-599-2439 or Google us for more info. Real integrity, real results.
Good morning, everyone. I'm your host, Dion Ethell. I'm joined with Sherry Ethell herself from the Sherry Ethell Team right here at Long Realty Studios, and this is Keepin' It Real. Welcome to the show, Sherry. Thank you for coming on the show with me and Aaron
today.
Thanks
for having me. Good morning, everybody.
And today we're joined by a special guest. And Randy, you are part of this big celebration that's going on today. We're going to talk all about it. Before we do that, though, it's Randy Sueskind from
Sierra Vista Rotary Club.
And you're a Rotarian. We're going to talk about the Rotary Club, a little bit about all that they do. But you wear many hats in this town. You're also a Guild mortgage lender.
I'm also a Guild mortgage loan officer. I am also a ambassador for the Sky Islands Regional Partnership. I am also a member of the Sierra Vista Executive Association. What else can I tell you?
Yeah, I knew you had a lot of hats, even more than I thought. So you're one of those kind of people, a true American and very involved in their community, which is great.
And that's exactly what it is. It's about the community. I do it for the pat on the back.
Yeah.
I do it because I get to see all the smiles on everybody's faces because of what happens.
Well, there's so many great things and today is a special day. It's the 4th of July.
It is.
Not just any 4th of July. It's the 250th anniversary of our country.
Right. And you're not going to make me say that word, right? You know, the one word quintessential.
No, I will not.
I can't do that.
Try that. No, that's totally
it's
okay.
my favorite holiday.
Why?
Because it's my birthday.
It's right. It's your birthday today. So wish Sherry a happy birthday if you happen to see her out at one of the events today.
Happy birthday.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. I'm not 250, but...
Well, as a first-time... No, you're not. As a first-time guest to the show, Randy, and one that I admit is long overdue. We have a tradition to give a little bit of background from the people who do all these great things for our community, kind of behind the scenes.
Okay.
So everybody always asks, how did you get to Sierra Vista? Have you been here always? How long have you been here?
I've been in Sierra Vista. I really honestly never remember the exact year, but it's 95 or 96.
Okay, so a long time.
And my wife originally, family moved here in 1972.
Oh, wow. They've seen some changes.
Just a few. But we moved back here with the girls. Actually, we both had job opportunities that we were in Tucson and they wanted us to come back. We both had opportunities with the different companies to work in Sierra Vista. Neither one of us work for those companies anymore. But I really like the small community. Being from New York, when I first moved to Arizona and I moved to Tucson, I was absolutely convinced the world was going in reverse. However, then I had to go back to New York for a trip, and I just realized, how did I ever live here?
Yeah.
Right.
It's too hustle and bustle.
Isn't it weird how that is? I I'm not from nearly like New York City, but I'm from Oregon originally, and a little town outside of Portland, and it's kind of a rural community, not so much anymore, but it's crazy what we get used to and everything, and then when you go back, you're like, oh my gosh, how did I live here? Yeah. I mean, we lived in Phoenix for a while, even Buckeye.
I did that once.
It's crazy.
DC,
Not gonna
never again.
The pace of life is so much better here.
Yeah.
And we're a small community, but we're not a small community. Mm-hmm. There are things that you can do here that you can't do elsewhere. And just imagine that our 4th of July festivities, you don't get these even in larger cities.
Yeah.
I remember growing up in New York, you get the fireworks on the Macy's fireworks on the barge on the East River. But in communities that are similar in size to us, you don't get it. And one of the reasons why we get what we get for 59 years from the Sierra Vista Rotary Club is because we don't use public funds. Right. We raise all the money through private and corporate donations. And thank you to everybody that steps up every year. And do we get a lot of help from the city and Fort Huachuca and lots of other organizations? And I'll forget to mention them all, and I don't want anybody to be offended. But from the city and the fort, absolutely, 100%. And it's exactly that. It is a community event. We also have vendors that are informational vendors, craft vendors, merchandise vendors, food trucks, and all of the entertainment that we have on the stage all day today is local. Local gymnastics school, local dance school, local local martial arts schools, band, the Sierra Vista Community Band. Oh. It is perpetually on their event calendar every year that they are playing on 4th of July. And they always play at the same time, right after the noon ceremony. Actually, it's the noon ceremony that starts at 11:30 because we have an F-16 flyover that they give us plus or minus 15 minutes. So we had to adjust the time. And during that salute to the Union, we do the state call of the 50 states and all their years. And Fort Huachuca this year is going to provide a rifle shoot for every state.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
And then at some point during that, we are going to have the F-16 flyover.
Nice.
The last few years, it's been 2 planes. We got confirmation on the planes yesterday, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this out loud or not.
Uh-oh.
But ready. There's going to be 4.
That'll be awesome.
That's
4
awesome.
F-16s that will fly over, and hopefully when Robert gets to, and he announces the year and Hawaii, and the rifles go off, and boom, the F-16 should go overhead. Sometimes they come at Ohio. Sometimes they come at New Jersey.
Right.
Sometimes they...
Pretty unpredictable, yeah.
One year, and and this was a while ago, because Martha McSally was one of our guests.
Right.
And the planes didn't appear when we got to Hawaii. Oh. And then they didn't appear. And she went up to the microphone and led the entire crowd in an a cappella version of God Bless America.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden...
Here comes the planes.
Here come the planes.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's terrific. That's what's
fantastic.
cool about a small community, though,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
And then there were other times that there was one year that they're supposed to come out of they give us the flight plan of where they're coming, and everybody's kind of looking there, and then all of a sudden they came from behind us.
Yeah.
It was like, oops, they went the wrong way. But then what was really cool is they turned around because they had to go back.
Nice.
Wow.
So we got two.
So a couple of things, Randy, and you've already alluded to so many different parts of this thing. So talking about the actual event and everything, what do we expect today?
You can expect a lot of fun. It starts with the Pets and People Promenade in Ramada 3 in the park. And that is done by the New Frontier Animal Medical Center.
Yeah, awesome.
And they do a fantastic job. They have different prize categories. You can bring your pets, dress them up, and people dress like their pets.
Yeah.
And when I say pets, dogs, cats, alpacas, ferrets.
Oh, wow. They bring all kinds of stuff. I didn't even know that.
Rabbits.
It's not just dogs.
Oh, it's not just dogs. No.
Chickens?
That's awesome.
Maybe.
Okay.
I can't.
Sherry, no. Sherry wants to bring her chicken. I know it. We're
Okay.
actually
They
gonna,
do promenade around the park. They do have to be on a leash.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, we are going to
We'll
be
be
there,
there,
but
yeah.
we're going to be bringing shelter dogs.
Yeah,
so,
we'll be
Right.
back at a
so
shelter.
we're going to
Right.
bring the shelter dogs from the Nancy J. Brewer.
So stop by
I'll
and say
be
hi.
stuck at the shelter because I'm doing the check-in, check-out. Make sure everybody takes the dog out and brings the same dog back.
Hey, but if they don't bring it back, that means they're taking it home, right?
Could be.
Could be.
And they are going to be for adoption.
Rumor has it possession is 9/10 of the law.
Well,
Yes,
we'll
it
make
is.
sure that at least it goes through the proper channels. I'm kind of a rules guy, but yeah, Sherry will be out there hopefully with a
walking the
dog,
dog.
but look
The
for her
dog
because
be
she might be
walking.
with a chicken. You never know with Sherry. So what
Stop by and
happens
find out.
after that?
So then after that, we move over to the pavilion stage, and at 9 a.m., we start with a reflection from Major Brent Church from the Salvation Army. Then we have a poetry reading from a Boy Scout troop and the American Heritage Girls. Then we have, and I'm not looking at the list, I'm going to promise, the Sierra Vista Dance Company. But then we go into the noon ceremony, or the salute to the Union ceremony, and that is presided.
That's kind of the opening exercise.
That's the the dance school and that's going to get
People
the
are
crowd pumped up.
going. Yeah.
And then when we go into the ceremony, our club president, Eva McElroy, who became club president as of yesterday,
Oh,
because that's when the Rotary.
Let's talk about that for just a split second. So you just told me this before we actually got into the conversation.
Yes, it is trial by fire, supposedly,
Yeah.
or boom, depending on how you want to look at it. Is the Rotary year runs July 1st to June 30th. So when all the installations are done towards the end of June, you officially become president of whatever club you're in on July 1st.
Right.
Well, there are some clubs that do stuff like we do on July 4th, not as big. Your first to act as club president is to
gigantic.
is
Run this
to
thing.
get, no, you don't have to run it because we actually have a 4th of July coordinator now, and lots
awesome.
and lots of help. But it used to be that the club president was the 4th of July chair also.
oh wow.
So their year leading up to their presidency, they were also planning this event.
Yeah.
So you're actually president for 2 years, I suppose, is one way to look
Crazy
at it.
that this event would be the first event. I can't even imagine coming
No
into
pressure,
it.
no pressure.
At all. Like,
Well, I
this
can-
is a big deal.
I can tell you that club presidents, myself included, the year I was president, when you're doing your speech during the event, there are certain people you thank. And I'm going through the speech and just, kind of, and somebody yells out from the crowd, "Thank your wife."
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I went right past it on the speech.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's
It's
always...
good she loves you.
Yeah, that's always a...
And I kick myself more about it than she does. So it's all good.
Yeah, that's all.
She's so sweet.
So once you get through that part, so then now we're up to like noon.
Right, about 12:30.
Okay.
Because and you have to understand that during that salute to the Union ceremony with the narration of the state names and the rifle fire, and then at some point
The planes.
and those are huge. And this year with four,
Yeah.
That'd be really
and and normally it's just a pilot.
Yeah.
But now in the planes, there's 2 seats. The front seat is a pilot. The second seat is not a co-pilot. The second seat is a doctor. And they're all Air Force, and it's the 162nd Fighter Wing from Davis-Monthan, which is a training wing. So the pilots are flight trainers for F-16s.
Oh, wow.
They train other pilots to fly F-16s.
So these are the...
And their second seats on these flights are all doctors in the Air Force.
Wow, that'll be kind of cool for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, what an
that is
experience.
cool.
So and the only reason why I know that is because when they sent the information to us, the names for the people in the second seat,
All doctors.
It said doctor, and I was like,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Hey, what's
okay.
up? Yeah,
wow.
that's
That's
pretty cool.
cool.
So in case you have an issue when they fly over, they'll land and help you, I suppose.
Wow. Okay.
They can do it all.
No, but then after that, as I said, is the Sierra Vista Community Band. And they have been in that spot for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And it literally is a community band. It doesn't matter if you're a professional, if you've played an instrument so at some point in your life and you want to come back, obviously you have to audition and you rehearse. And also a lot of people that were in the community band were part of the 36th Army Band when it existed. And so our community band is fantastic. The director, Stephen Miles, and I could get into some of the other names of the people that are in it, but they do a fantastic job. They are very good. And then after that, we get back into some of the other local acts, the martial arts schools, the Desert Thunder Gymnastics Community Theater, the Sierra Vista Community Theater. And then we have a band that comes on that actually played last night, and it's Bipolar Weather.
That's the name of the band?
That's the name of the band. But isn't it fitting that it's during monsoon season?
Right?
You know?
That is perfect.
I was going to say, well, how did you guys pick that purposely?
But I can say that, and I don't like to say this out loud, there is no wet in the forecast.
Yeah,
for
right.
today.
Knock on wood. Yeah, right.
So we shall see. But then once Bipolar Weather goes back on the stage, they will play, and then they take a break, obviously, or I shouldn't say obviously, but they do take a break because at about dusk, all you have to do is look up.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you are in town, look up.
You'll be able to see it.
But I will tell you that there's more to the fireworks than just the stuff that goes up.
Okay, hold up with that, Randy. Hold that thought. We're going to come right back after these brief messages and talk more with Randy Sueskind from Sierra Vista Rotary Club.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to talk about the 4th of July America 250 celebration. We'll be right back.
We're the real wayfinders, the trailblazers, the go-getters. In a town where the desert wakes before dawn, we don't just talk, we make things happen. And when we speak, it's real, it's genuine, and it's worth hearing. Tune in every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on Cool 104.1 FM. Join the Sherry Ethell Team for Keepin' It Real, where top realtors, local heroes, and the heartbeat of our community come together. Raw, authentic conversations, expert market insights, and the best local events you can't afford to miss. Keepin' It Real, celebrating our community. Bold, genuine, one of a kind.
Do uneasy markets have you waiting for text 717-599-2439 or Google us for more information. Real integrity, real results.
Welcome back to Keepin' It Real. I'm Dion Ethell, and this is Keepin' It Real, brought to you by the Sherry Ethell Team, right here at Long Realty. I'm joined with a couple of clowns today here. I've got Randy Sueskind from Guild Mortgage, and he's a Rotarian with the Sierra Vista Rotary Club. I've got Sherry Ethell from the Sherry Ethell Team here.
Good morning, everybody.
And we are talking the 4th of July America 250 celebration.
The best holiday.
This is a big
ever.
one. This is the 250th anniversary of our country. It's also the 59th?
59th year for the Sierra Vista Rotary Club.
59 years.
That's a long time to be putting this up. We've talked about some of the things kind of leading up to the noontime hour and everything. We talked a little briefly about the Rotary Club that you guys fundraise all year long. You probably start like the day after the event, right?
Yeah,
because you've got to pull this all together.
I mean, I do tell people that I'm done on July 5th.
Right.
So
take a day off. Yeah.
But then, we do start it up. Maybe not July 5th,
day, but definitely soon
down the road,
down after.
Or I can honestly tell you, I'm already working on it.
Yeah.
So it just happens. Mm-hmm. It's just part of the flow. But one thing that I do say is we have people, our pyrotechnic crew that does the fireworks, they're 100% volunteer.
Really?
They go each year and get certified on their own dime.
Wow.
To make sure.
Now, are these all Rotarians? Or
No, they're not Rotarians.
Okay.
The crew is multi-generational.
Wow.
And people that are on the crew have been on the crew at least 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Some 20, some 30 plus.
And that's no joke. I mean, I remember doing it one year when I was a volunteer firefighter in Ajo, Arizona.
Right.
And we put that on, and it's
scary.
a totally different. Well, it's a totally different thing.
It's a total and the fireworks supplier, which supplies the majority of the shows in the state.
Okay.
And he says, bar none, that we have the best finale of any show that he provides.
Awesome.
Wow. And I know this one, I've heard it's mentioned several times.
And our show is
it's one of the biggest, right?
Longer,
it's without giving too much away.
Sure.
You just have to be there.
Yeah.
But it's almost an hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all hand fused. A lot of shows these days are high-tech electronics.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody remembers, but San Diego does their show out in San Diego Bay on a barge. Well, if you remember a few years ago, it went up in 30 seconds. Why would you hook the electronics up a week before the 4th of July?
Oh, wow.
Wow. What a waste, huh?
$1 million worth of fireworks.
Oh my
gosh.
That was a big boom.
Yeah, that would be
smarter.
hurting somebody's heart. Yeah.
With that said, nobody got hurt because it was out in the middle of San Diego Bay.
Right. There's something to be said for that.
But it's hand fused. And some people during the fireworks show say there's a gap. Well, there's a gap, one, because you're not at the Stone Complex and you can't see the ground show that is going on. And the ground show, the best part of one of the things about the ground show is it is a waterfall. However, that waterfall is 100% fireworks.
Oh, wow.
But it looks like a waterfall.
Oh, wow.
And we can thank Vinny from Vinny's New York Pizza for having that waterfall, because the first time they did it, he went to Pat Call, who was the pyrotechnic coordinator at the time, and he said, what's it going to take to make this happen all the time?
Oh, wow.
So he made an agreement that said he would be the largest sponsor by at least $1 to make that happen.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Thank you, Vinny's.
And with that said, and then Vinny passed away,
right,
and Chip has now
honored that and kept going.
And I went to Chip and he said, Randy, you don't have to ask me that question. Aww. And he has upheld that by leaps and bounds. And I thank Vinny's New York Pizza and all of our sponsors for what we do. But Vinny's as our titanium sponsor, it's great. And
that's very cool.
It's also, I have always asked Chip, why don't you come be one of our food vendors or have pizza? And he's like, no, I close that day because then all my staff get to enjoy the holiday.
Oh,
They
that's
do so
fantastic.
much in the community anyway. So it's awesome.
And
that they
Vinny
get
used
that.
to get a big van or a bus and bring them over to the Stone Field
Oh, wow.
so everybody
Watch
could
it
watch
together.
watch it
And watch
together.
it.
Oh, that's fun.
awesome.
Yep.
That's very cool. Again, this is put on by the Rotary Club,
Right.
the Rotarians here who've fundraised all year and everything. Just a little snapshot of the Rotarians and everything. So the Rotary Club, it's an international organization.
It is
isn't
an international organization of 1.4 million Rotarians. Rotary has 7 areas of focus, and I know that I just said that out loud. I'm not going to be able to tell you what each one of them are, but it's literacy, clean water, child
There's
care,
youth and there's
right?
vocation. I think.
Vocation. Rotary's biggest goal is to eradicate the world of polio.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
There
that.
I
are
read that and I didn't really realize that. And that's crazy because I've been in Rotary before.
and we have been in partnership with the World Health Organization, and Rotary got into a partnership with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation a few years ago that for every dollar we raise for polio, their foundation matches it 2 to 1.
Wow.
And now there are 2 countries in the world that still have wild strain polio.
Wow.
So
That's pretty
Those-
impressive, though.
Correct.
I think I had read you're in over 220 countries, 45,000 plus member clubs
Yes.
throughout the country
Yeah.
and
It's-
throughout the world. That's crazy.
It is, and what's also cool is wherever you travel in the world as a Rotarian, if you are someplace and you go on Rotary International's website and you find a club that is having a meeting while you're there, you can just go
Oh, wow.
Just go to it.
and just show up.
That's very cool.
That is cool.
And as part of the funds that we raise, yes, the funds that we raise pays for the fireworks, so we don't have any public money that's going into it. But like I said, we get a lot of help from our public entities. But we also use, if there's extra money, yes, it goes into the kitty for next year, but we also use it for the other projects that our Rotary Club does. We have scholarships for kids in high school and Cochise College, and vocational scholarships. We do annual projects. We've done projects with Good Neighbor Alliance, Boys and Girls Club, the Forgash House. We've done stuff for the city. We've also planted trees, and it just all depends on what we're doing. We actually an international project that we've done is we've worked with the Agua Prieta Rotary Club in Agua Prieta.
Right here.
They have kids who have to ride buses to school, public buses.
Oh, wow.
They had to stand out in the heat, uncovered, unprotected. So over the years, we have paid for bus shelters along with that club to put shelters at their bus stops so the kids don't have
Could be
to
out of the weather, yeah.
get out of the weather while they wait for the bus. And that's a huge celebration after and it's not about just raising the money. It's also, we put in the sweat equity too. That's part of every project. Is sure, anybody can raise money, but and that's why this 4th of July event is so cool. It's because not only do we raise the money, but we also get out and be part of it. And we, one of the ways we also raise money is we do the beer and wine concessions and the soda concessions, and we're out there serving that to everybody. So you can, talk to us. We'll come on out. Let's have a great time.
Yeah, I always thought it was a great.
It's all about the community.
I thought it was a great organization. All these professionals and leaders and whatnot making up these clubs, and
Correct.
There's so many people. And then the idea that centered on some of the philosophies that you have, truth and
Right.
and fairness and
Yep.
goodwill.
Service above self.
So I think those things are noteworthy, and obviously you're putting a lot of service above self in this event, and appreciate that. Going back to where we were at, what are we expecting then? You mentioned vendors and other things there. So is it an all-day affair?
We start at 7 a.m. with the Pets and People Promenade, and then, of course, we take a break around dusk, which is about 8:05, 8:15 for the fireworks, but then we're there till 11 o'clock at night when the band stops playing.
Okay.
I mean, it's all day. And the vendors are usually there from 9 a.m. till, depending on, a lot of them stay, but some have other commitments, so they do start. But you have crafts vendors, you have merchandise vendors, you have informational vendors. I think this year, I don't remember the exact count, but I think it's close to 75 vendors.
Wow.
That are going to be set up in the park.
That's great.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about where everything's going to be at. So the park is where all your vendors and all your activities are going to be.
The food trucks and all the beverages and the entertainment on the pavilion stage. But the fireworks are, if you want to watch the fireworks and see the ground show and all of it, you have to be at the Stone Sports Complex. We don't do activities over there because obviously they're trying to set up fireworks during the day.
Yeah, spend it all day.
But you can definitely go. I mean, people start to get there early and set up blankets and tents, and then. But yes, you do have to take your tent down once the fireworks start because the people behind you want to see.
Perfect. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But you can see great from the park, and some people just get set up in the park and they don't want to move. So, but you're going to see the aerials, but again, you don't see the ground show. And then there are some people that have their favorite spot to watch from. The FedEx parking lot, the Walmart parking lot.
Cal Ranch parking lot.
Cal Ranch.
Yeah, we've sat out there before.
Somebody told me that they've been sitting in the Sonic parking lot for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, okay. So it's, but they also come do the activities in the park, and then. But when it's time to watch the show, they go over there because they feel like they have a lot more space, and there are definitely people that stake their ground early. So. Kind of like the Veterans Day parade and the holiday parade when people start parking their cars. Same thing happens for the 4th of July and the fireworks.
Yeah. So get out early, get your spot,
but please remember, fireworks, even sparklers, are not allowed on public property. Yes, the state of Arizona has a law that says fireworks are allowed, but that is on your own private property, and it can be no aerials. They have to be trained people who are doing the aerials, and you can't do anything on public property.
Okay.
So it's not that I don't want you to come.
Yeah.
You can come.
Come and bring your sparklers.
No.
Oh, no
Not even sparklers. Not sparklers.
Not even sparklers.
Not even sparklers.
Don't bring your sparklers.
Come on out and have a great time and let us make the stuff go boom.
Yes.
Yeah. Enjoy the show.
Of it.
There's tons of it. Yeah.
We've even watched it from out at our house.
Well, that's exactly true.
Yeah.
People, and actually, some people, depending on where you live in the area, they have told me that they could see the Sierra Vista fireworks, the Bisbee fireworks, and the Benson fireworks.
We can, we can see it from our spot.
So you just got it.
Great, but you can see it.
But
it's better to be downtown.
On a night like tonight, where the forecast is to be clear, it's clear skies.
Yeah.
You might be able to see it all.
Yeah. I think this year will be one of those
years. But I also will say that ours is
the
best and the longest.
Well, I got to admit too, having seen it from like our house out in Hereford and then going into town, and because there's always that thing where you're like, well, do I want to brave the crowds?
Right.
And it's funny, like you said before, you get used to it.
But braving the crowds, when you see that ground show and all of the aerials first time. It's totally worth it.
It's totally different too,
it's totally different. And the crowd, everybody's happy together.
Yeah,
it's
doesn't matter who you are, what work,
correct,
what political background you have. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It means
we're watching.
We're
fireworks.
just Americans watching the show.
Yep, absolutely,
and that's awesome. Yeah, no, that's a great feeling. I love the fact too that. I like the little pauses in between and everything because sometimes when you're watching,
remind other people about those pauses. It's called.
Did they give you a hard time?
Yes.
Oh wow.
I said, and part of it is because that's when the ground show is happening, and when the ground show is happening, that's also when they're reloading the shells.
Sure.
Again, hand fused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we want them to be safe.
That too.
Right.
For the same thing this year with the salute to the Union ceremony. The military, usually we've had the cannons, but they don't have the cannons this year. So with the rifle shoot, at a certain point during the state calls, they're going to have to pause because they have to reload.
Right.
Yeah. So it happens.
Pauses happen.
That's probably a great place for a break. Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back after these messages with Sherry Ethell Team, Long Realty Studios, Keeping It Real. I'm Dion Ethell, and joined with Sherry and Randy, and we'll be right back. Well,
In a town with heart and history, the Sherry Ethell Team is the key. Serving Sierra Vista, we agree. For military law and retirees, stress-free process you will see. Personal carries are guaranteed. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell Team, we never halt. Real experts here to guide your way, making dreams come true every single day. Trusted team that knows just what to do. The Sherry Ethell Team, working for you. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell Team is your one and only call.
all right, welcome back to Keeping It Real with Sherry Ethell Team, Long Realty Studios. I'm Dion Ethell. I'm joined with Randy from our Rotarian group, who's talking about the 4th of July America 250 celebration, Randy Sueskind. And I've got Sherry Ethell here with me, joined today, talking about this event. Before we took a break, we were talking about some of the fireworks and all the cool things that you would miss out on if you weren't right there.
Downtown.
At the Stone Sports Complex. You want to see the whole show? You got to experience it.
Come down there and take a look at it.
The snack shack is open.
Oh.
But you can also bring a picnic. Nobody stops you from bringing a picnic.
Okay.
I will tell you, please don't bring a charcoal grill because the city does not want you dumping your charcoal on their grass.
Sure.
Especially since we're on the Little League fields and there will be games the next day.
Oh, yeah. Don't make a mess.
So please
And while we're talking about that too, I know you had mentioned during one of our breaks that if you're drinking over at the pavilion or anything, you can't leave with that stuff. You can't
Correct.
have open containers out there
and everything is posted. It's a contained area.
Yeah.
It says, no alcohol beyond this point. You also can't bring any pets inside the enclosure. And that sometimes is because of the Pets and People Promenade. Everybody says, well, you can, and it's actually a city ordinance that during events in the park, same thing with Art in the Park.
Right.
Because Art in the Park has no fences.
Right.
Because they're not selling beer.
Right.
But some people are walking around there with their dogs, but somebody from Art in the Park is going to come up to them and say,
Tell them, yeah.
I'm really sorry.
Right.
And it's for everybody's safety.
100%.
We also say inside the gate, no weapons, or I should say firearms, as they're not weapons until somebody decides to use it that way. It's all about safe, good family fun.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I'll throw just something out there for the chief of police too, and the Nancy J. Brewer Animal Care Center, that if you do have a pet and you're going to walk around, be careful. It is going to be warm out. Those feet, those paws get really toasty on that concrete, so please be mindful of that. And if you do have them out on a leash. Your well-behaved pets are welcome out on a leash out on the streets. But just be careful.
And they are allowed in the park, just not inside the enclosure.
Okay.
You can be outside the enclosure, and again, as Dion said, as they're leashed. And come on out for our 250th 4th of July celebration.
It's going to be a big day.
And have a great time.
I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. As soon as we get out of here, we're going to head right over. So thank you, Randy. Randy Sueskind from the Rotary Club and wearing many hats in this town. Guild Mortgage also. Thank you for coming on the show.
My
Appreciate your
pleasure.
time.
And it's Rotary Club of Sierra Vista.
Rotary Club. I know there's like 4 of them here.
Yes, there
right?
are. It's the Rotary Club of Sierra Vista, the Sunrise Rotary Club, the South Rotary Club, and the Satellite Rotary Club.
So you got a lot of
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of good people.
But we all do a lot of good.
No, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. We could, 59 years of doing this thing.
That's right.
It's a big deal.
Yep.
Yes.
It's a big deal. We couldn't do it without you.
Yes.
So thank you, Randy. Thank you for coming on the show.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. I appreciate it. It was great to have him in here
absolutely.
talking about
It's gonna be a great
everything.
weekend.
He's a very animated guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very animated. He's very excited about this event, and so are we. I mean, it is going to be a great event, and it's 250 years. So I'm kind of thinking it's going to be really cool. And he dropped a few like little breadcrumbs there that I was hearing. I'm sure you caught them too.
Yeah. And there's something for everybody. It starts at 7 a.m., runs all the way past the fireworks. Yeah. It's going to be a fun day.
Yeah.
So I love it. Yeah. And me, being that it's my birthday and all. Yeah, I love fireworks. And I can't wait for tonight's big show.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be fun.
It also reminds me why we get together for this stuff, right?
Yeah, America isn't just geography, right? It's people. Like I said before, it's ordinary citizens that serve quietly every day in this community. And I think it's truly exponentially here.
Right.
Because we see so many examples.
And we see the end product, right? Randy talked a little bit about what it takes to put this event together every year. Which is
it's
huge.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I can't even believe what he said about that new presidents when they came in, that this was their first event.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
No
Talk
pressure.
about, like he said, baptism by fire. Holy moly.
No pressure. But thank you to all of the local sponsors. There's a huge list of sponsors.
Yeah, there really is a lot of people who put this together. It isn't one person. It's not even really one organization, although obviously the Rotarians really do a lot to be able
Put
to
it
make this
together.
happen.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for people like Randy who put this stuff together. And it was awesome that he came in so we could hear him just a brief moment before, he takes off. I know he's busy today. There's
Busy
a lot
day.
of stuff
Yeah,
going on.
super busy.
So for him to be able to take time out of his morning to be able to show up on our show and talk to us a little bit, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Whether you serve in uniform, volunteer at a nonprofit, coach Little League, help an elderly neighbor, or simply raise your family with integrity, you're really helping strengthen America. As you enjoy the fireworks tonight, remember those who secured our freedoms, remember them, those who continue to protect, and those who quietly build those stronger communities every day behind the scenes, just like Randy and his team. From all of us, keeping real, let's have a safe and meaningful and amazing time this year at this year's 4th of July celebration, celebrating 250 years. What a great birthday.
Thanks for tuning in today. Now let's get back over to those festivities. Happy Independence Day.
Absolutely. Happy 4th of July, everybody, and be safe out there.
That brings us to the end of another Keepin' It Real radio show, and we just want to say a big thank you for letting us be a small part of your weekend. Whether you're a longtime listener or just caught us for the first time today, we're so glad you're here. Got something you'd love us to talk about? Maybe a local story, a cool event, maybe a guest idea. Maybe you're related to or know someone who has an interesting story, profession, or past. We would love to hear from you, so drop it in our Keepin' It Real suggestion box at Long Realty. We're located just behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard. Or if it's easier, you can email me directly at sherry@sherryetthelteam.com or call me or text me at 717-599-2439. This is your show, and it's all about our community, our connections, and the what's up of Cochise County, and as always, keeping things real. And your voice will help shape what we do next. We'll see you next Saturday from 7 to 8 a.m. right here on 104.1 CoolFM, making radio cool again.
What's in a name? Everything. Long Realty has been a cornerstone of Southern Arizona's real estate market for nearly 100 years. Our name is our bond, and our agents are our strength. Trust in the name that stands for experience and expertise. Visit longrealty.com or call 520-459-4993 to connect with an agent today. Long Realty. Smart move.
Join us next Saturday for more engaging interviews with top realtors and industry leaders, keeping you informed about the latest trends in real estate. Stay connected with us as we bring you updates on the dynamic events shaping our vibrant community. From exciting local happenings to noteworthy charities and causes, we've got you covered. See you next week for another edition of Keepin' It Real.